Soda crack.
Dude, I thought the soda crack was going to fuck up the internet again, so it didn't that time. One to start out, I know I already showed you, but look, I got a bear. I'm sitting on it. This is my office for now because of the quarantine.
So, everybody, welcome back to the Way Up North podcast with your favorite co-hosts, William and Andrew. We're recording remotely, even though we are in the same town because of the gosh darn coronavirus. And we don't know how long this episode is going to be today. It's going to be kind of brief just because of the circumstances.
I'm bumming McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, he's actually sitting in a McDonald's bathroom right now. If you hear the echo on his mic, that's exactly what it is.
With a bear. I brought my stuffed bear into McDonald's.
And he needed somewhere to sit. So yeah, we're recording this over Zoom. We're doing a little bit of a video format. I just made a YouTube channel for us. It's a Way Up North Pod. If you want to subscribe, I'll put the link in the description of the Instagram if you guys are interested. And I'm going to be putting out podcast videos every Sunday. So the podcast will come out on Fridays like it normally does, and then the video will come out on the following Sunday.
Now, are you going to make those more? Is it going to be more raw? Or are you going to leave like? I feel like it would be tough where we're at right now to make all those edits on the podcast and then make them again on the video. Are you going to just run the video a little more raw?
I think I'm going to, yeah. So the video for the most part is going to be.
Oh, God. The videos are going to be bad.
The videos are going to be like raw, like, not too much. I mean, if something needs to be edited out, like it's like bad, then I'll edit it out. But for the most part, I'm going to just let it be what it is. And then the audio will be what's edited. So if you want to see the uncensored William and Andrew, that's what you'll get in the video. So yeah, go subscribe to the YouTube channel when this podcast is out.
Actually, I haven't even done that yet, to be honest. I
just made it today. So like,
I thought you made it already. I thought you said you'd made it already.
Will and I are recording this on Wednesday, and the podcast comes out 2 days from now. So the new YouTube channel is pretty much brand new. So I'm planning on doing other content on the channel as well, other than just the podcast. But
I really, really, while I was home, I really wanted to make like a cooking video of us fucking around in the kitchen. But this damn coronavirus, man, is really playing us.
Yeah, and I think the past 2 podcasts we talked about, we didn't want to really sit there and hark on the whole coronavirus, but it's basically just controlled our life for the past couple weeks.
We can't really even make the podcast. I mean, needless to say, I've still been going out.
Yeah.
My grandparents are getting older, so I'll go up and help them on the farm and stuff. Because if in my opinion, I mean, it is essential work. The animals have to be fed. Shit has to be cleaned. Things have to be maintained. I like giving them a hand while I'm home, but other than that, I haven't done shit. I've hid inside, and done what I did before the apocalypse, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, besides with everything that's going on, like the podcast, I mean, my day-to-day hasn't really changed too much. Like, I still work. I'm considered an essential worker, so like I still go to work every day.
Right.
And when I get home, I still, just bum around at home. So besides, wanting to go out and do things, which by the way, I want to pitch this idea to you. We should record a podcast if we go for a hike on top of a mountain.
Oh shit, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Like I can like bring my laptop and my setup and like.
Oh, you're talking, dude. That would be nuts. It'd be cold.
And I can just do it the same way. I'll do it on Zoom. I can like just have a single session of us sitting on top of the mountain with my webcam.
Where would you want to go for that? I guess we could give it a shot.
Yeah, so this podcast wouldn't be coming out until like next week. So because this one will be this week, and then I mean, I'll still work out the logistics. I don't know. I just thought it'd be
all right.
The only way we're going to be able to interact with each other is to go out and do something in public. So
yeah, true.
Unless we want to go to the park and record a podcast at the park.
I don't think having a camera at the park is the best idea.
Not at all.
Looks kind of sketchy.
So yeah. So what have you been up to? I mean, besides.
I honestly
playing Minecraft with us. Besides that,
I've played Minecraft. I've lost more hair. I've been, the hair loss. It's coming through big time. I
mean, I shaved my head.
I probably should, because if I don't, Problem is when I don't shave my head is when all my hair looks like it's falling out.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. Like when I'm like stuck in my house and shit, like that's the one thing I worry about is like, oh, my hair's falling out. Blah blah blah.
Well, you have nothing else to do. Like at least when you're going out and
But,
about, you can like worry about other
yeah.
shit.
But the last couple of weeks I've been cutting firewood with my dad. He ordered a whole truckload of firewood 3 weeks ago, and we just finished cutting all the logs and all the trees up.
Yeah.
And stacking in the front yard. So I've been doing that as like a workout and everything. But other than that, dude, I haven't really done much. And it kind of makes me wonder if I'm going to be going, because I'm supposed to be leaving April 12th or something like that. I haven't heard anything, so I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
it's rough.
It's crazy. Like I know we talked about this 2 episodes ago, but like when we first started the podcast this year, we had joked about the coronavirus being in. I think we joked.
No, we mentioned it.
We mentioned it briefly, but
grazed over it. Yeah,
and we said we didn't want to, hark on it too much, and then here it is, like, technically 3 months later in April, and it's now been something that's.
Yeah, it has been thriving. I've been playing some games with my parents. My parents and my sister, they realized and remembered how much of a pain in the ass I am to play games with because I cheat or just do dumb shit to piss them off.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Get a good laugh, I do it to everyone.
Can we talk about, like, I just thought it'd be funny. I don't think, maybe they do understand it, but like Will and I play Minecraft with 2 other people. We play it with our friend Richard and Verm, who has been a guest on the podcast a couple times.
Yeah.
We have a Minecraft server with the 4 of us, and Will and I have a tendency to just go at each other about
No. That was once. It was just once. And
no, okay, but
it was started by you.
It's had lasting repercussions, though.
Not at all. No.
They don't trust us. They don't trust us, either of us anymore.
Okay.
So anyways, I'll explain the beef. I'll explain the quote-unquote beef for the podcast listeners. So basically what happened is I have to remember exactly how it went. So
it all started with you.
This is all for Minecraft. We're 25-year-old adults and we're playing Minecraft.
I made a tweet or 2 about it as well.
So I'm trying. You correct me if I'm wrong with how the story goes, but I think it's like. So we started a server. We were just, we mess around with each other as we do, and then I don't remember like who started it. Was it me?
Started picking on people. Yes, you. So you buried.
I buried Richard's house in dirt.
Buried Richard's house in dirt, entirely. And then with me, what did you do? You did something.
I don't even know what it did. You know what it was? It was Verm was messing with you, so I came to join him, and then I killed you on accident.
Oh yeah, after I'd picked up my bed or something like that.
So we were 1,000.
We were 1,000. I think it was like something like 1,000+ blocks away from where we settled.
And then you came back again and did not place your bed, and then we killed you again.
Yeah, that was a rough night. And then you lit your house on fire because you thought we were going to burn it.
There's a story before that. So I had driven everybody to the point of madness because I was just like, I'm going to just prank everybody. And then I just tried to beg for mercy for the rest of the night. And they tried to blow up my house. They quote unquote they weren't.
No.
They brought a creeper to my house twice. And I had to kill it.
We were trying to get a creeper with a name tag on it. And Andrew said he was gone for the night. You said you were gone for the night. Mm-hmm.
But I got worried.
All of a sudden, randomly, like 20 minutes later, you popped back up because you were so paranoid.
I was very paranoid.
You were so paranoid. And we finally had a creeper on a lead, and we put a name tag on it. And that's the only thing you saw.
The only thing I saw was you guys leading a creeper into my house, and I was just like, "You're gonna blow it up." Like we had set ground rules that we weren't gonna light anything on fire, but the ground rules were not set for blowing shit up.
And then, so after that, you lit your house on fire because
I thought I had to protect myself, so I just lit my house on fire.
And we ended up flooding it instead. Mm-hmm. And while this was happening, I was building stairs on the cliffside, made out of wood. And the next day they didn't have wood; it was stone.
So then the whole next like couple days was just them blaming me for stealing wood that I did not steal. And
I still
in
blame
Will and I's confidence, like I'm saying this on the podcast to the world, I didn't steal this wood.
Dude, you were so upset at me for calling you a thief.
I have
Like
a feeling it was Verm. I have a feeling Verm took it.
that was that was the part that pissed me off. Is like you were so upset that I was calling you a thief in Minecraft, and I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Because I even when I dropped it, I was like, you know what, fuck it, it's wood. I don't care. I wanted to know where it went, and you wouldn't leave me alone. You called me 6 times.
On the phone. Like I called him on the phone.
Yeah, on the phone, called me 6 times, and I was trying to. I don't even remember what I was doing. At this point, I think I was digging a trench under your house.
So no, what they did was they because they had all assumed that I had stolen the wood. What they did was they under my entire plot of land they put a bunch of TNT and lava.
No, there is no TNT.
Oh, was it just lava?
It was a lake of lava.
Like underneath my house. Now I don't know how that would have affected me in any way because
it wouldn't have. It wouldn't have. But you could hear. So we had one layer of dirt separating your house and the lava, but you could hear the lava. So if you stopped like at your stairs or something, you could hear it going fucking haywire below you.
So then, it devolved there and
okay, so this wasn't between you and me, but Verm hit one of my cats. And I warned him that if he killed one of my cats or hit one of my cats, I'd kill him. And I killed him, and he lost 40 levels. He got really mad at me for that. Mm-hmm. I had like 40 cats on the server.
Yeah, you did. You had like. That's the thing is, I was like, so this server that we were all playing on, the whole goal of it was to beat the Ender Dragon and stuff like that. And it turned out in some weird way for any of you Minecraft players out there that for some reason the end portal did not spawn in the right way. So
yeah, something did happen. I remember Verm saying.
So like it was impossible for us to beat the game. So now our friend Richard has made a realm that we all just freshly started on for the most part, and we're trying to accomplish it again. And it seems like everything is working out fine this time.
And I am minding my own business. I do my own thing now. So typically, I build my stuff out of dirt. Yeah. And everybody hates it. Well, nobody in the server likes when I build my houses out of dirt and shit, so I'm actually building for a change. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But, sometimes you got to keep your friends. So
maybe we should do we did a podcast on No Man's Sky. Maybe we should do a podcast on Minecraft.
You could do a Minecraft like podcast video. Like record, because then people could see. I don't know.
I think it would be. I might maybe
pull in a different crowd.
I'm thinking maybe when maybe I can start doing like recording Minecraft like videos on the computer. I can start putting videos on the channel, like on the Way Up North channel. I thought that would be pretty cool. Maybe.
Coming out. I've been putting a lot of time into Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me? It says my internet's trash.
Yeah, I can hear you still.
So I've been putting a lot of time into Call of Duty, but I've been putting a lot of time into being a dickhead. So running people over, knifing them, doing finishing moves, and all the dumbest shit. And I've been getting people's reactions to it and all that. Because I was just going into ground war matches by myself and jumping into an ATV and running people over.
So are you bringing the YouTube channel back? Or are you gonna start putting? No,
so the thing of it is with me is I don't like to make a video until I find some good content. And the last few weeks have been pretty funny in my opinion. So I'm gonna put together whatever I have and see if I can make something. With the new No Man's Sky update, I'd like to start playing that again, but I think it's hard to make videos because it just changes so much.
Yeah, we we put out this really pretty much like a love note to No Man's Sky with that Norman Ski podcast, and then like I think kind of like a week later we were all kind of just like we had enough. We were bored.
What's cool about that game though is you can have such a huge community of players.
Oh yeah.
Like you can make a huge group of people. The thing that sucks in my opinion is you can't see each other unless you're in a party.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks. I don't like that aspect of it.
Unless you go to the anomaly too. That's when that's like
yeah, yeah. But I think that would be cool to have like a group of like 10 people spanning like 10 solar systems around each other and just like kind of making a community out of that. I think that'd be cool. But
I'm sure maybe one day they'll do something like that because what is it? The party size is like 5?
It's 4.
4 or
it's
5?
4, yeah.
4.
It would be cool if they upped it. That'd be nice.
That would be cool. So I guess kind of another news, you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. So Will was, I think you would already be in Afghanistan right now, right?
Yes, sir. I would have been there 7 days already.
So Will would have been in Afghanistan in a week by now, but unfortunately with the coronavirus, it's kind of pushed it back now.
Yep.
We had talked about, when you do leave, your ability to record podcasts would be.
It should be doable. I mean, we're gonna be at different time zones. But hey, Google, what time is it in Afghanistan right now?
The time in Afghanistan is 5:31 a.m.
Oh God, I'd be at work.
Yeah. So I would have to be up late.
Or I would have to be up. I would have to be up late.
Yeah. So either way, we're gonna try our best to try to keep doing the podcast together. It's been what? What's crazy to me is that we've been doing this podcast for 4 months now. Like I think we're on this might be episode 10. Hold on one sec. This might
really.
We might have hit our 10 episode mark. I have to check. I feel like we may have hit 10 by now. I did delete one. There was one episode that was deleted. I think we mentioned it a couple podcasts ago.
It was our first one together, right?
The first one we did in person together. Yeah. It just came out bad. We did a lot. We didn't really have much to talk about. We kind of rambled. I mean, we're doing like that this time, but at least
it's more coherent.
I think I've noticed it. I went back and listened to the first episode like a week or two ago. And even since then, you and I have we've really figured out how to
navigate around each other.
Yeah, we figured it out. So our podcast is definitely evolving. I have to go on to which, by the way, don't forget to subscribe on iTunes and follow us on Spotify or wherever you listen to the podcast, because that's really helpful to us.
Hey, a question. Here we go. I thought of a good topic to talk about.
Okay.
Would you look at that? So a lot of people.
Before you go, I want to just finish up the last thing. So in the meantime, if Will and I can't record, I might bring in, maybe Verm or have my fiance Cass do a couple episodes with me, and maybe bring in other hosts to kind of help out until
you can bring in my future wife.
I can bring in Danny. That'd be cool. Shout out. She might listen to this and hear you say that.
No, she doesn't listen to it. No, dude, shit. Don't tell her about the podcast.
I ain't editing it out.
So anyway, I've noticed a lot of people have been complaining about being stuck inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of the problem is people don't have hobbies or interests that can keep them entertained enough. For example, I play a lot of video games, but even that gets boring.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, I'll need to put the game down or something like that. And so since I've been in quarantine and not able to do what I really want, I've actually picked up. I'm trying to teach myself coding.
Oh, cool.
I've reached out to a couple people I know that know a lot about it, and I've been checking out some free classes online. Shout out to Nick because he offered to give me a hand as well. He knows a website where they offer classes as well, and so I just think there's so many things to do and learn in this time. Like for example, I also might start reading here.
Now that
I might start reading books.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a huge step. I don't think you've read since high school.
Not an actual book. I haven't read an actual book since high school.
Now, I know we have a couple teachers that we who listen to this podcast. You guys know who you are. Did I tell you I did a bit with Jeff when he commented because he asked me. Jeff was the guy we were mentioning in the other podcast when we were trying to skirt around the guy's name. I did a bit that was, saying that I didn't want to mention his name, but then I wanted Will at the very end to like say his name because I thought it'd be funny. He messaged me about that. He's like, I can say my name, right? And I was like, yes, I know. I just thought it'd be funny to do a bit. There he is.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, I did. I just bantered without you for a little while. It was fun.
Things were running far too well.
Yeah,
I saw it coming. What were we talking about?
Skills. Oh, you were talking about doing coding and things like that.
Yeah. I also I was the coding. I might start to read, and there's a bass guitar sitting up in my attic that I might pick up and slap the bass for a little bit and learn.
There's one right there.
Yes, your setup is much better than mine. There's a bear's eyeball.
So, look. So, yeah, let's talk about the setup. I actually have a cat litter box behind my amp right here. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't want people to see a cat box. As you can probably see the litter containers right there, but I didn't want anyone to see where my cats go to the bathroom. I have quite a few guitars back there if people can see.
Didn't you try and pawn one off when I went to go buy more guns?
I was trying to sell that bass. I was trying to trade in that bass for one of the other basses he had.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I just kind of was bantering. So it is episode 10. That's what I was talking about. So I'm going to stop.
It's going quick.
It has. It's already April. So we've been putting out, let's see. So we started in January. First week. Was it the first week of January? I have to check the date on the podcast.
Yeah, it's something like that. It was
January 30th. Okay, so it was the last week of January. It was January 30th. The first episode came out on the 30th. So we've been going for about 3 months. It's not bad.
I think this is the most consistent I've ever been with anything in my life.
I was just saying that. That's what I was saying to everybody too. I was like, this is the most we've committed to something. And we've done podcasts before.
Yes. Yep.
I want to find those episodes. Maybe when we kind of have the time break with you not being around and being in Afghanistan, maybe I can release one of the episodes as a bonus episode.
You know what would be funny is just for us to go through and react to them.
Listen back to it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, speaking about looking back on things and shit, I hate looking back at what I used to say or do on social media. I think we've been over this before, but I'm like, why the fuck were you like this, dude?
Well, your opinions and your, they change as you get older, so. No,
I was just a tumor, a fucking post statuses about laying on the couch. Dude, shut up.
That's awesome.
You useless fuck. Go figure your life out. Question for you. Mm-hmm. If you now could go back and talk to you back then, what would you now say to you then?
What would I say to, is this high school Andrew or?
Yeah.
Okay, so freshman year high school, if we were 15, so 10 years ago. So if I could say, what would I say to freshman Andrew? Cut your hair. Don't be so sensitive about girls, and wear more loose fitting clothes, because everything I wore was so tight. I still wear skinny jeans for the most part now, but I used to wear tight shirts back then too, and my hair had this weird emo.
Yeah, you did.
Pasted shit. So I would say definitely remove that, and also try to grow your facial hair out. I mean, I guess that wasn't really the look back then.
It was for me. As soon as it started punching through my face, I was like, "Oh, we ain't shaving no more, son."
I don't remember you having a beard in high school at all.
I did my senior year. It was shitty. It was nothing like this. My beard in high school was trash.
Well, I was looking back at photos from our senior year, and I have a little. It's my cheeks are still pretty patchy for the most part, but they're more filled in than they were. I had a goatee. I had a little patch right here, and that was it.
Oh shit! I really want to grow mine out so bad. I've run into a complication with mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the complication? Are they making you shave?
No, they're not making me shave. They said I could keep it. And,
Oh, I know what complication you're talking about. So what you need to do is you need to go to a barber when this eventually inevitably ends.
Yeah.
Eventually, get it just like trimmed up, like make it look nice because
I fucking love it like this, dude.
I know.
It is so nice.
How long have you been? So that's since November.
Since October, I got out. Yeah, the October 26th or something like that. That's when I got out of the military.
This is since not January. Probably December.
I just like all the red that comes through or the reddish that comes through on it. I don't know. I had a stroke. So for me, if I was going back in time and talking to me then, I wouldn't talk. I'd punch myself in the face, dude. I'd be like, "You're a fucking idiot." Just punch right in the face.
Hate my younger self. Like I
would. I still do. I wish I could have a conversation. Oh, speaking of which, so speaking of older, young, past me, back in middle school, we had to do this make a time capsule thing for A Wrinkle in Time. Me being the stupid fuck I was back then, buried it in my backyard underneath my porch. So it was supposed to be opened last year. I think it was, what was it, a 10-year?
Must have
been. No, 10 to 15.
What year was that?
I don't remember, dude.
Well, because we would have
graduated in 13.
We would have been sick. We would have been 15 or 16 in our freshman year, like 2009.
We graduated in 13, 2009.
We started high school. We started high school in 2009.
It was 6th grade, so it would have been 2006.
So you should have opened that in 2016 then.
I think it was 2019. Either way, my point being is past me was retarded. I don't know if I could. I was actually looking up that word. I don't think I can use that anymore. People take offense to it. It was dumb.
Say that. You used to say that word a lot when you were that age.
Yeah, I was a complete idiot and buried it underneath my deck. So I've spent the last 2-3 days of the present as a 25-year-old adult digging out a trench underneath my parents' porch. I can't find it anywhere, so who the fuck knows if it's still there.
My brother and I did the same thing in my parents' backyard. We put like a little kind of like a plastic lunchbox. We buried it like in the corner. And then like probably we forgot about it. And I think about like probably 5 years later after we buried it, my dad built a shed over the top of it.
Oof.
So until that shed is eventually moved, that thing's going to be under there. And like I'm curious to like dig around. Like I want to know if like I can dig like around the thing. And
right.
Maybe, like I wish we would have marked. I mean, there's really no way to mark it. I guess you could.
No, because the ground shifts. The ground shifts so much and shit. Yeah. That's what I'm worried about. Is the ground shifts so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried that it got pushed super fucking deep somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
there wasn't anything.
The ground is still frozen, so I can only dig so deep until I hit blocks of ice. I'm like so pissed at myself.
Yeah.
So, future me, if you're still digging, I'm sorry, dude. I tried.
So you're talking about yourself for tomorrow? Are you talking to tomorrow?
Like a couple weeks. I'm talking about myself in a couple weeks. I'm sorry if you're still digging, bud. If you're still here. If you're not, I hope you're enjoying Afghanistan.
Yeah. So that's going to be – so do you have heard – so you're leaving on the 12th. Have you heard any potential –
I don't know if I am. I got to call – I'm going to call tomorrow to see if they've heard anything else because it's all up in the air. We've never had anything like this, so nobody fucking knows.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I'm in a weird spot, and being jobless for this long is not what I wanted.
No, because you would have been gone by now. Like you said, we would have been there for a week by now.
Yeah, being jobless and because my property manager out in Vegas is still expecting rent because they're greedy bastards. That's putting it nicely. They still want their money, so I need to be making change in order to provide for them.
And maybe if we keep working on this podcast that we have. We can maybe get some advertisers, actual advertisers, not just, Anchor, thank you for advertising every time.
Thank you, Anchor. But yeah, like Dollar Shave Club, if you give me money to
help a boy live.
I will. I used to shave with your guys' stuff all the time. I'll sponsor you. I used to. I love you guys. I just don't like shaving.
So we're still growing.
If we sponsor things on our own, does that mean they have to give us money?
No, that's not how that works. You can't just call out certain things and they pay you, because that would, I could call out so many things right now and just be like, give us money. I mentioned you.
Yeah.
No free ads. No free ads. We don't do any free ads here.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Dollar Shave Club. You're gonna have to earn your ads, bud.
We've actually made, what's cool about Anchor, I don't think the last time I mentioned the Anchor podcast was the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Anchor is where we release our podcasts. You can get $1 amount. I'm on our app here. It's going to be backwards, but let's see if it focuses. We made 67 cents so far
dude,
on 9 episodes.
That's crazy, because I thought we were going to get $1 in a year.
We might. At this rate.
I think we'll be $1 in a few more weeks.
It's all based on CPM, so I think it's every per. I want to say it's per 1,000 is $1.
We got another 40 cents to go. 30, 45.
It might be per 100. It might be per 100. Because we're at 86 plays right now, 86 listens right now in total.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Thank you guys.
It's a good start.
That is a pretty good. That's at least 8 listens per 10.
We definitely need to get better about promoting the show.
Yes, very.
Post it on Facebook. We should make a Facebook page for it too. Is actually what we should be doing too.
So we need some social media mogul that can control that stuff for us.
We need Cass. I could have Cass. She could be our promoter. Also, anybody who is willing to design logos, the logo we have for the podcast is one I made.
It's our rough draft idea. It's a pretty cool logo.
It was a free logo design .com address that I had found.
I think. Oh, hey! Speaking of the Way Up North brand, I think it would be cool to do hiking videos and shit like that. I think that would be show the people the nature of the country.
Yeah, I agree. Someone just tried to call me on Facebook.
I'll call him back in a minute, I guess.
No, he didn't. It was an accident. So, yeah, if anybody has an idea of cool logo design that you thought would maybe look a little bit better, hit us up.
Oh, I have an artist friend.
I can't guarantee we'll pay you money right now. If you be generous enough to do it for free,
I will give you a hug next time I see you.
Yeah, there we go. You can't do that though, and you can't touch.
Well, once the apocalypse is over.
One free hug.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man, it's been crazy, kind of wrapping around to the whole coronavirus thing.
Yes, sir, it has.
It's been I want to say sad, but it's been kind of sad.
It has been sad. It's been very sad.
Not being able to hang out with each other.
Well, it's frustrating because I come home to see family before I leave. And here I am, home, not seeing family before I leave.
Well, and it sucks. It's, with my situation, my parents still live in the same town, so I can still see my parents every day.
Yeah.
As hard as with Cass is her family and relatives all live out in Lewiston, Auburn, and
yeah,
not to dox them, but they live out that way with a lot of people.
It could be Auburn anywhere, dude. Auburn's all over the world.
We did say Maine though.
I didn't say. You said that, not me.
That's what the podcast is based off. Was the fact that we're in Maine.
Yeah, but you'd have to gather that information.
Our logo is basically Maine.
I bet you most people that watch our podcast or listen to our podcast don't even know what that logo was until you
soon
said
watching on the YouTube channel. Talking to you, guy who's watching on YouTube right now. So we'll get better. I think I think this is like a new thing for us. I know we've always talked about wanting to do things, and this is the first time we've actually, I think we kind of keep each other on top of it. I know I have to ask you to record every week to see
You're
if you're
keeping me on top of it right now, dude. I'm so out of it. Like my whole life, my sleep schedule, everything about my life is just so out of whack right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we might record a podcast doing like, I'm thinking I kind of want to be dramatic and do like a goodbye Will podcast. Like
no, let's not do it.
we're going to do a goodbye Will podcast. Regardless, I'm going to just name the podcast Goodbye Will. And then at the very end of the episode, I'm going to be like, Will's leaving, bye. And then end the episode. No. And what we should do like a highlight. I want to do a highlight reel of your best.
Oh
moments.
God, don't do that, dude. Don't do that.
In the first, there's that episode with Verm where you make a really dirty joke at the beginning of the episode. I want to add that in there.
Oh shit.
This is a good time to tell everybody, leave a comment, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
We've been getting messages on Twitter. We've been getting suggestions.
I've been getting tweet messages, message tweets. I've been really angry about moms in the last week or so. That's actually I got a rant for you if you're interested in having a rant for
We haven't done a rant of the week yet in a while.
I don't think we did the one last week either.
We haven't done one in the last couple episodes.
So moms, your kids aren't at school right now, and a lot of you are driving me effing nuts. Well, not really, but it's discouraging to see, especially mothers. I haven't seen any dads complain about their kids being home, and having to teach their kids things. First of all, it's kind of your job. You need to raise your kid. You can't, here's the problem. The problem with this is if you're dependent on a school to raise your child, it's not going to work. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, lady? Andrew's dead. He's laughing so hard right now, but I'm so fed up with it. Like, this one lady, she was like, oh, this whole at-home learning. Bitch, what? You want your kid to catch the corona? I didn't think so. Teach your damn kid.
I left because I didn't want to be a part of it. That's why I hid.
All I'm saying is, it's not hard. I mean, yeah, it is hard. It is hard. Having a kid is tough. It's not easy. And I get having the kid around all the time is a pain in the ass too. But
it's like extended summer.
Yeah.
Well, what's hard, I think, is that at least in the summertime, your kid, you can go out and do things, and the kids can go outside and play.
It's warming up now.
I know, but like,
dude, I'll tell you right now, it didn't matter what the temperature was outside. I was outside.
Oh, I agree. It's just the fact with everything going on. That's why people are not leaving their
that's
house.
why you just put your kids on a leash and tie them up to the porch. Shit.
There you go. I was waiting for something like that.
I'm just saying. I mean, it hasn't stopped my neighbors. My neighbors haven't stopped letting their kids run around like wild animals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
I don't like seeing people complain about something that they're going to miss, or they're underappreciating it, and that's what pisses me off. Like,
yeah, I can see that.
Your kid
there's parents out there who definitely like are happy to have their kids home.
Yeah.
Like, I know what kind of people you're talking about. I want to just disclaimer everybody, Will's rant. He's not talking about all moms. He's talking about
I'm talking about specific moms that don't appreciate their children.
So he's not calling out all mothers here. No.
There's a lot of good mothers out there.
That's why
Shout out to the moms that are actually out there taking care of kids that aren't their own right now too.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure that's happening a lot.
Yeah, man.
But it's frustrating, man.
I agree.
And there was something else I had to add on to it, but it ain't important, so I just won't. But quit complaining about having to spend time with your kid.
Yeah, so I don't know how to follow that up.
That's not the accent I wanted to do it in either, but
well, it was a rant. It needed to be aggressive. That's what your rants are. We'll miss those.
I wanted to do it in a different accent.
We're saying goodbye to Will next week, so
we don't know yet. We
Well,
don't know.
no, like he's done off the podcast. Like we're firing
Oh,
him.
okay. Well, I guess I'm fired.
Me
Deuces,
and
dude.
me and Way Up North Media have decided.
Dude, Way Up North Media. I like it.
That's not the name of the YouTube channel though. It's just Way Up North Pod. I might just change it to Way Up North after, but I think Way Up North Pod it'll be
I
like
think
the
Way Up.
videos
I think
for
Way
now.
Up North Media, dude. I think that we gotta lock that down before somebody else steals it.
I have to do that right after this episode.
That's not a bad idea.
I could do it
And
right
then
now.
We'll have to. Let me up north.
I can do it right now while we're talking. The YouTube channel has
There's
our
a
logo
Facebook
too.
page for Way Up North. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's something in the Europe.
No, there was that. It was that other channel that I found.
Yeah, Up North Media. We're Way Up North Media. Where is this? Oh, this is. Wait, what? Up North Media. These guys, where are they from? Oh, these guys. Oh, they're in Michigan. I don't think they're a threat.
Yeah, the YouTube channel right now is Way Up North Pod. Edit it.
Oh,
here it is.
I would change to media, dude.
I'm gonna change it right now to media. You guess what? All you trolls out there trying to steal our name. Guess what? Too late. Watch, I'm gonna enter it in, and it's gonna tell me this username is already in use.
Dude, I would be pissed. We'll have to be Way Up North Media 001.
Yeah. All right, there it is. It's Way Up North Media, all one word, so no spaces.
Hell yeah. There we go.
You'll find us on YouTube. I'll put some other
So the next step is to buy the rights to that phrase. So when people use it out of touch, we can sue them.
I thought we wanted bumper stickers. We haven't had like a. I feel like with a lot of like professional podcasts, which I need to get into another bit after that. I feel like with a lot of professional podcasts, they have like a line or like a phrase that you can like put your branding on. So like something to put on bumper stickers was we joked about to be our first release.
We're walking here.
That's not. No, it needs to be organic. Like we need to say something. I feel like okay. So I'll go into the rant.
Those are my eye holes.
Yeah, that's what it is. So a lot of podcasts, because of the whole coronavirus thing, have had to transition to doing pretty much what you and I are doing right now.
Right.
So this is our time to quote unquote thrive.
Yes. And
like
I
this
mean,
is when
by
we could really
thriving, you mean coming together and being in the exact same room and recording because nobody else dares to.
We're gonna be the one people. We're gonna get each other sick. You know what's funny is I don't want to joke about it. We'll disclaimer right now, we're joking around because that's our humor, but like obviously the whole virus isn't a joke. But I was talking to my fiance Cass about it.
Mm-hmm.
And like if I was to say quote unquote be quarantined because I had it, this would be where I lived. Like in my room would be where I lived for 14 days.
Right.
Like we have an air mattress, I'd blow up in here, I'd have it set up, I'd have my PC, I'd bring my Xbox in here, and I would just live in here.
You pissing shit out the window?
No, when she's not home, like if she has to like,
damn it,
she would go into the other room while I shower and like eat food.
Did you hear a tiger caught it?
Yeah, was it one of Joe Exotic's tigers? By the way, have you watched Tiger King?
And so a disclaimer. I knew who he was because I seen his YouTube videos about running for governor and shit. I can't say I'd been much of a fan or interested in watching the show.
If you just give it the first 2 episodes are definitely hard to get through.
All I have to know is Carol fucking Baskin, and I'm good to go, dude.
Yeah.
So.
I know all the big podcasts out there are doing episodes talking about Tiger King, so I thought maybe it'd be cool for us to be trendy. You know what we need to do?
All right.
We need to find a topic to be trendy about. It doesn't have to be just coronavirus.
So in other words, we have to find something that's huge right now and milk it.
We need to review something. So like a lot of podcasts have been like reviewing like TV shows and albums and things like that. Like maybe we should do an episode about like reviewing like maybe a Netflix TV show or a Netflix something. Maybe we should do like
review the fucking Tiger King album.
Well, no, we don't have to. It's kind of it's kind of late for that now. If we were to record like last week.
Oh, okay, so we got to find something now and start watching it tonight.
Yeah, or maybe listening. It doesn't have to be like a video movie. Like,
true.
Have you listened to Eminem's new album at all?
No.
Is it an album or is it just a?
I listened. I don't know what it is. It might be an EP. I don't know, dude. I listened to Kamikaze because Joyner Lucas was on it, and that was that. I didn't really listen to even the whole album.
See, Eminem album.
Burr messaged me. Yes, in a few. He asked if I wanted to play COD. I'm gonna go read a book tonight too.
Okay, so murdered by the music to be murdered by.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it. I heard it was trash. By many of my very music enthused friends that are rap fans.
Like Kamikaze came out in 2018. I feel like that album just came out. Like I feel like I remember that coming out.
It just came out. 2019 was quick as fuck, and 2020 has been slow as hell.
What year of 2018 did it? What month of 2018 did it come out?
It was the end of the year, I think. Towards the end of the year.
August 31st.
That's kind of towards the end. August. July,
that was a good album. Let's see. So what are the reviews? What are the general reviews on Music to be Murdered by? So far, it has an audience rating of 4.5 out of 5.
Well, you have all the... And honesty, holy fuck. Honestly, when people review review music, it's extremely biased, I think. I think it's reviews on music are always going to be biased because the people reviewing it are usually fans to begin with, you know?
Yeah, I agree. So, maybe if you have a suggestion, maybe one of the teachers that, always gets back to us. If you guys have any suggestions for what we should
That would be cool. If you offer us suggestions, I wouldn't have to be tying my finger into knots and shit. So
yeah, man. I did one of the dumbest things the other day is we have to use hand sanitizer, obviously a lot of work. Mm-hmm. I got a paper cut and I forgot that I had a paper cut. So I just went like this. Yikes. And I was just like,
it's going to be a no.
It's clean.
Going to be a no for me, Chief.
It's clean at least, right? Yeah. So yeah, is there anything, we have a PSA and I guess we can wrap it up for the most part.
I want to do something main related, but I don't have anything main related.
PSA. We've done a lot of PSAs about coronavirus, so let's maybe stay away from that.
That was, I didn't want to. Oh, wait. Potato season is coming, Manus. Make some good potatoes because I want to come back and eat a lot. That's about all I got. Potatoes and corn, dude. That's what I want to come back home to. Potatoes and corn.
That's all you have to say?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I want to do something main related, but all the ski resorts are closed and shit. And maple syrup season is just about over too.
We in Canada now?
Dude, Maine's got some
Maine Maple Sunday was a couple Sundays ago.
They got some extremely good maple places here. Let me
shout out to my dad who makes maple syrup.
Shout out to Andrew's dad who makes maple syrup.
It makes April syrup in Maine. Yeah, that's a good one because it is April. Did any of y'all did you do any April Fool's Day jokes?
Dude, everything's been so depressing. I haven't done shit. I started playing Red Dead Redemption Online.
I feel like this was the lamest.
And they let it snow. They let it snow on April 1st, so that was cool.
I feel like this was the lamest April Fool's Day.
Last year I told my parents a girl was pregnant.
Nice. So is that the worst thing you've done? I'm trying to think of the worst thing I've done on April.
That's definitely the worst. She was right next to me too. Oof. We were at a bar.
Did she know you were going to do that bit?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have anything that I did. So yeah, PSA, buy potatoes and maple syrup. All right. No. I have to pee.
Grow potatoes and maple syrup.
I have to pee, so I'm gonna leave. Right. My eyes are starting to water.
All right.
Look at it. I'm crying.
See ya.
Bye, everybody. See you next week.